I'm here yet again for another year of Spotify Wrapped. This is my fourth year doing this now, which is kind of insane. In 2021, I was a freshman in high school, and now I'm a senior graduating this year, which is crazy to think about because it doesn't feel like it's been that long, you know? And the hardest part of making these videos has been waiting to come home from school without checking my Wrapped beforehand, because I always gotta wait till I get home to make these videos and actually react to them for the first time. Now, if you're new to my channel and you're going off some context clues, you could probably guess these guys, are gonna be on my Wrapped. But I know for a fact that Daft Punk are not on my top 5 this year, which is a first. They have been my number one artist for the past 3 years straight, from 2021 to 2023. And honestly, I didn't really listen to a whole lot of music in general this year, or a whole lot of Daft Punk. I guess I felt like switching it up. I think I'll put more of their music into my daily rotation going forward again. But this year there wasn't a whole lot of it. I actually never uploaded my video I recorded reacting to my Spotify Wrapped from last year. It is still sitting on my PC unedited. I feel like I wasn't really happy with how it came out. I messed up my recording, so I had to redo the video a couple times over. So I'm not sure if that video is ever going to see the light of day. And I kind of already know what my Spotify Wrapped is going to look like because I've been tracking my stats this year on Stats FM. I imported all of my all-time stats into the app, so I kind of already spoiled it for myself, but I'm sure there will be some surprises. Actually, you know what? I gotta get an earbud so the audio doesn't mess with my microphone. But yeah, let's go ahead and get into it. So, how do I even start my recording on this new iOS update? Okay, there we go. 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, so just to time up my phone recording with my video, and let's get into it. Alright, so just immediately jumped into Porter Robinson. Bad guy, just died. They're making memes about it. Hi, Evzen Table. It's that time of the year again. Wraps ready. Are you? I mean, it took a while to come out, so I guess I'm ready. I already did. Life moves fast. Luckily, we took notes. And Justice is playing in the background from the new album, Hyperdrama, which is super good. One of the best albums of the year for sure. And I listened to 23,368 minutes this year, which is easily my lowest out of any year. I was right. I didn't really listen to a whole lot of music this year. I didn't really have premium for almost any of it, which usually I do. I stopped riding the bus to school since I started driving myself. I think that racked up a lot of time in the past, since my bus rides used to be like an hour both ways. And also, when I first did this in 2021, I was allowed to listen to music in class at school as well, whereas every year since we've had to put our phones up in the pocket in the classroom, which is annoying. So pretty much every year since 2021, my actual listening time has just been going down. Since October, November this year, I started listening to music a lot more regularly again, so maybe in 2025 it'll go back up to higher standards. That puts you in the top 16% of listeners worldwide. Not that many. Not that high. My biggest listening day was May 23rd with 297 minutes. I don't know how long that is. Should I check? That is almost 5 hours. That's kind of a lot. I don't know what that day was. Where did I find the time? I don't even know. 3,075 unique songs this year. And we're playing more Porter Robinson, Knock Yourself Out in the background. Probably my favorite album this year. Actually, that's not true. But my favorite album this year, I didn't actually stream a whole lot. The Porter Robinson one I streamed a lot. And one song again and again and again. So my top song, I think, is All Your Love by Madion, Toro y Moi, and Wave Dash. Let's see. Oh, okay. I did not expect that. I didn't think it was going to be Knock Yourself Out. You know what? I'll take it. Knock yourself out. Top 0.1% of listeners globally to that song. Knock yourself out 20 times. My schedule on the 5th. Taylor Swift. Oh, and there's All Your Love. Won't be the same without your love. Baby, I know it won't be the same. What did I even say? I completely just didn't even read that. While it's not a competition, there's a leaderboard. Okay, my top 5 songs. Okay, so it was my number 2. Cheerleader was number 3. I thought that would be 1 or 2. Kitsune Maison Freestyle. Awesome song. One of my favorites on Smile for sure. So 3 out of 5 of my top 5 are from Smile. And then Let Them Know They're On Your Mind by Cavetown. One of my favorite songs to come out this year for sure. It's like one of the best Cavetown songs ever. The guitar in that song slaps. It's great. You've changed and so has your listening. Play more Justice in the background with Tame Impala. December. Back to January. We're playing more Justice in the background. January was my golden hour synthesizer French house phase. What can I say? I like French house. That's an all year thing for me, but okay. It's more accurate than whatever they were doing in years prior, where they were saying like my favorite music was like Alien Unicorn. You were really into artists like Justice Gesaffelstein and Daft Punk. Am I even saying that correctly? Gesaffelstein. It's playing Alec Benjamin in the background. I sent my therapist to therapy. Probably my favorite song from that album. Love that one. I like the trap beat. It's something he doesn't usually do, and I think that one goes really hard in particular. May was my MC Bling Alt Z pop season. Whatever the heck that means. Alec Benjamin, Charlie XCX, and Billie Eilish. Alright. July was my cyberpunk tribute EDM moment. Yeah, I was playing a lot of Avicii and Skrillex in July. That was when I went to Detroit for Junior Gold to bowl, and I was just shuffling my Avicii and Skrillex playlists like all the time. I listened to 1,267 artists. It's playing Window Liquor by Aphex Twin in the background. And the reason for that is because Aphex Twin is like easily going to be my number 1 this year. I know that for a fact. Aphex Twin was my top artist of the year. No surprise there. My longest listening streak was 4 days. Not that long. Top 0.5% fan. 1,602 minutes. Not that much. Again, I didn't really listen to a whole lot of music this year. But yeah, I really got into Aphex Twin's whole discography this year. In previous years, I had only listened to maybe his like first album, Selected Ambient Works 82 to 90 something. Who else got a lot of play this year? So my top 5 artists. Aphex Twin, Skrillex was my number 2. I didn't expect that. I thought Justice would be, actually. Porter was my number 3. Justice came in number 4, and then Avicii was number 5. So, very electronic. I mean, that's my taste. What do you expect? Oh yeah, and that song that was just playing was Skrillex. Looks like we have company.
Okay, stop. Hey, it's Porter.
Oh, now I'm
I
just
wanna
getting
say
personal message from Porter here.
And I guess thank you for listening to old P. Rob. Once again, have a great holiday. I love you. Bye.
P. Rob. Heck yeah. Oh yeah, shoot. Why MGMT like hasn't even made an appearance on my Wrapped so far? Like, it came out with like one of my favorite albums this year and they haven't even shown up so far. Didn't even realize that. Nothing to say, but I'm only coming through, let you know in my mind. But yeah, that's that. There's my rap. I will share this later than much other people because I waited to make this video at 6 o'clock. So yeah, Daft Punk didn't even make my top 5 this year. I think they were close. I think they were like number 6 or 7 maybe on my Stats FM for the year. But I mean, that's pretty crazy. They've been my number 1 for 3 years straight. First year they're not. One thing I really wish Spotify did was show my top 5 albums of the year that I listened to, which I'm not sure why they don't. So let's go ahead and look at my Stats FM for this year. We'll go to 2024 and we can go to albums, and it looks like my top 5 albums were The Justice One, we got Drux, we got Smile, Loss of Life by MGMT, and the first Aphex Twin album. If you ignore the Aphex Twin ones, then you got Scrapyard by Quadeca and Adult Contemporary by Chromeo, which would be my top 5 albums that released this year. Good stuff. And coming in at number 18, Pulsar by La Imperatrice. Completely butchered that pronunciation, but like, I need to listen to more of their stuff because this album was probably my favorite this year that came out. They're a French, kind of like synth pop, electro, bass lines kind of remind me of Voyager by Daft Punk. So incredibly satisfying and addictive. And I didn't stream this album a whole lot, but I think it was my favorite that came out this year. Scrapyard, really good mixtape. Maybe I should listen to more Quadeca stuff. I do want to get into more Chromeo as well. They're also a good discovery that came out of this year. Very synth pop like. Reminds me of Breakbot in a way. There Must Be Something Here by A Cloudy Sky, which was such a good album. My first time listening to A Cloudy Sky this year. So good. I highly recommend it. Let's see, other albums that came out this year. Gloom Division by I Don't Know How But They Found Me. Hit Me Hard and Soft, Billie Eilish. Tempo by Wave Dash. Super good. Bangers the whole way through. Super fun album. We got Brat, which of course probably the album of the year just in terms of cultural relevance, and also I think it's really good as an electronic fan. 3 by Fortet came out this year. Rusty, Glass Swords, one of the best discoveries I've made this year in terms of new artists I've found. Did not come out this year, but one of the best albums I've listened to this year. Everything You've Ever Seen by Chet Porter, pretty underrated album, really solid. What else came out this year? Telos by Zed. Oh, Persona by Half Alive came out this year. And then the new Glass Animals one too, which I'm not really a big fan of the new Glass Animals. I actually think Persona by Half Alive is like a much better album. And I like Glass Animals a lot more than Half Alive, just in terms of their full discography. Oh, the new Last Dinosaurs album was pretty solid, came out this year. I mean, look at this. Like 85 minutes for Discovery, 97 minutes for Ram for the whole year. Really like not that high of numbers. For the whole year, only 18 streams on like albums I consider my absolute favorite. Kind of crazy. It means they're probably going to hit harder when I listen to them again. For the first time in a while. Title Memory XO by Igloo Ghost also came out this year. Such a good album cover. I mean, look at that. It looks exactly like it sounds. I mean, if you haven't heard the album and you see this cover, like, you can probably imagine the harsh electronic nature of it. And I haven't really put a whole lot of thought into this album. I want to re-listen to it, but it's super cool sonically for sure. What else came out this year? Requiem by Keshi. The new Jack White album was super good. Loved that thing. Mercurial World by Magdalena Bay. I haven't gotten around to listening to their new album, which everyone seems to rave about, so I gotta do that eventually. There's From Zero by Nirvana, which I pretty much only listened to like one time, and I thought it was solid, but I kind of listened to it for the sake of listening to it. I'm not like a huge Nirvana fan in the first place. I mean, I like them, but they've never been in my daily rotation. This is kind of funny. Elvis Presley, the 50 greatest hits. This is only here because my grandma was using my Spotify account, because my grandma is obsessed with Elvis. Just take a quick look at my top artists from this year. Daft Punk ended up being my number 7, and it was really close with Boards of Canada. They weren't too far off. Yeah, don't have a ton to say about that. I'll just scroll down in case anyone wants to look at it. Here is my top 100 songs. The new Porter, the new Justice, the new MGMT, one of the new Eden singles to come out this year. I'm really looking forward to his new album whenever it comes out. ZZZ is such a good song. I love it. Oh yeah, I think I forgot to mention the new Gesaffelstein album came out this year too. That was really good, even though it was short. It was punchy. That's all you need. Is There Really No Happiness is at 58, which it probably deserves to be like close to the very top. Almost, if not better, of a song than Cheerleader is, which is saying something. And I'm surprised I haven't really been listening to it a whole lot. Keep scrolling through this in case you just want to see. I'm not going to talk about all these songs, of course. Lady Hear Me Tonight didn't make the cut. Jeez, man, that's crazy. That song has been on my top 100 always, and I guess it didn't make it this year. How many songs from Pulsar on here? Just one. Dang. I feel like my top 100 isn't necessarily indicative of what my favorites from this year were. It's just kind of like what I ended up like replaying a bunch of times for one reason or another. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next year for when I do this again.